The Toronto Raptors got absolutely destroyed by the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was a defensive masterclass by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and crew. Let's go to the film room. OKC's defense is specifically built to negate drives and really swarm defenders as much as possible, making it increasingly hard for players like RJ Barrett and Scottie Barnes to be able to get downhill. They are built to stop those types of players. They switch a lot, they're able to crash and kind of swarm the ball, and so it makes it really hard for guys who are constantly trying to get downhill, like RJ and Scottie, and we saw that tonight. This possession, dribble handoff into a pick and roll. They even run Grady off of the screen as a shooter, and RJ just gets swarmed by Lu Dort. Now, admittedly, if we run back this play, RJ could kick it out here to Grady. There has been a miscommunication, but it was a great job by OKC to sell out on the drive and commit to RJ, who wanted to finish left. I think part of this also is recognition. Truthfully, I mean, yes, RJ has grown considerably as a playmaker and passer. Scottie is already a cerebral passer, but when the defense is keyed in on you, like they were tonight, you got to be able to make the read. You got to move the ball more so that the defense gets in rotation. I didn't see that enough tonight. Anytime the Raptors got deep paint position, they were just swarmed. Mogbo here sees three bodies battling for it. They just poke it out. Transition opportunity. Watch Mogbo get swarmed on this drive. So he does a great job of attacking Kenrich Williams, but as he gets into the paint, there's four bodies there meeting him. Same thing with RJ here. And truthfully, again, back to what I was saying, look at how there are four Oklahoma City players in the paint. They're not respecting Ochai. They're not respecting Jacoby Walter. RJ has to make the pass here. This was interesting, especially in the bench units. So the Thunder ran a box and one where Alex Caruso was the main defender on Scottie Barnes, and it really limited the opportunities for the Raptors. It was a struggle fest. Really smart defense from OKC here, understanding the personnel, giving Davion tons of space, and then great job switching here, forcing Mitchell to pick up his dribble, and then just incredible, kind of wraparound steal here from AJ Mitchell. It's a constant state of activity. It's a constant state of ball pressure and denial and really forcing the ball handler into very, very hard situations. It's not just relentless also. This is something that people mistake about OKC. They're not relentless. They're not haphazardly pressuring the ball. They're very, very surgical in the way that they pick and choose how to dissect you. That's why they're the best defense in the NBA. So they trap Scottie here late in the clock, tough position, and then as soon as Grady catches it, just gets swarmed, puts the ball down, multiple bodies, multiple arms there. As RJ tries to make the pass, I thought this was an ill-advised pass, and Caruso was just everywhere. Same thing here, this time from Scottie. As you see him drive the ball, when he picks it up, he gets swarmed, and there's just tons of help there to steal the ball. And so the Raptors just got destroyed because of this right here. The OKC was at sometimes contracting defensively to limit RJ and Scottie on drives, and then expanding in order to evaporate the opportunities that they create. OKC, folks, I watch a lot of basketball. I don't need to do the whole I know ball thing, but I watch a lot of NBA basketball, and OKC is definitely the best defense in the NBA. This applies in the numbers. You look at the numbers and everything that they do. They have the number one defense in the NBA right now. It matches the eye test by a mile. Yes, Houston is great too. Houston's defense has been really fun to watch with Tari Eason and Men Thompson, but OKC is just at another level in my opinion. They're so versatile, and they're missing Chet Holmgren. And so, yes, Isaiah Hartenstein is there. He makes them incredibly versatile on the defensive end with his rim protection and versatility and switchability. Alex Caruso, a great option. I thought the Raptors didn't do enough defensively to make the Thunder offense struggle, because I think the OKC's offense has been working through the motions here so far this season, and the Raptors didn't do enough defensively to make it tough on them. I think they sort of just laid there, to be honest with you. And honestly, it was a bit of a good reality check. They've been playing well. We've talked about how the Raptors defense has been playing well, the ball pressure, how Scottie at the back line has been really, really impacting how they win on the defensive end. And all of that is true. But this was a good reality check to see. It was a measuring stick for the Raptors to see, okay, how much can we truly hang? They've had good games against good competition. Think about the game in Boston against the Celtics where they really competed. They got up for that one. They did not get up for this one. And admittedly, I think OKC set the tone really early in this game by saying, we are not going to let RJ get easy drives. We are not going to let Scottie get easy drives. We're going to be attached to help. We're going to swarm. We're going to force turnovers. We're going to get out and running. We're going to get easy shots. And oh, by the way, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to outscore you from 2-point, from inside the arc in the first half. Surgical stuff. And they're a really, really talented team. And so in terms of it being a measuring stick tonight, in terms of how well they've been doing over the last 6 or 7 games, they've been above 500 with Scottie back in the lineup. Yeah, they're still not there to compete against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Them's the breaks. They're a rebuilding team. Masai Ujiri was on the broadcast today saying, hey, we want to get to where they are, but it's a slow progress, and we got to figure out how to do that, and we got to find the right players, and we got to find the right personnel, and all that type of stuff. Wanted to mention someone, Molly Weir on Twitter. I only shout her out because I think she's really, really smart, and she always watches this show. So thank you, Molly, for watching the show. Thank you for being a supporter of Raptors Republic. Subscribe to all those things you guys do. She sort of said this was a lack of effort. This was a poor display. This was lack of execution. This was just a bad coaching scheme from the Raptors, right? I think it was a lack of effort. I think there was not enough attention to detail when it came to dissecting OKC's defense. But that being said, it's a tall task. And it's really hard to tell professional basketball players that they didn't try or there wasn't an effort. And so I don't think it was, let me correct myself. I don't think it was a lack of effort. I think it was a lack of execution. And when you go up against a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, you just can't afford to make mistakes like they did. And for what it's worth, missing Jakob Poeltl, who was out for an illness tonight, they got Grady Dick back, lost Jakob Poeltl. That was massive in tonight's game because you missed his screening ability. You missed his sealing ability. And so those driving lanes that I mentioned, they couldn't be created at all in this game because there wasn't that dominant screen setter in a Jakob laying out guys on screens to give RJ an advantage, to give Scottie an advantage, for Scottie to be able to snake that pick and roll. He didn't do that at all tonight. And it's because Jakob wasn't there. And so I hope people can now understand Jakob's impact, what he provides to this team, and truthfully, like how quick things can change if he misses time. Oh boy, how much things could change. They turn into a very bad team without Jakob Poeltl, their starting center. And so I think it was a twofold problem. Raptors were really, really struggling against OKC's switch-heavy defense, which is perfectly tailored towards Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett. They missed their starting center, who could probably help them play a little bit better as a screener, as a sealer, as a high post hub who can make plays and cutting actions and whatnot. And they probably didn't execute as well as they could have. They didn't take advantage of some of those, the swarming defense. Scottie and RJ didn't take advantage as much as they could have. Now, that being said, Scottie nearly had a triple-double in this one, right? I believe he was like 12, 12, and 8. And so they did try to figure it out in the second half, but ultimately it was too little too late. The one guy I wanted to highlight in this, there was not that many highlights in this for the Raptors, is Jonathan Mogbo. Let's go to the film room for that. Jonathan Mogbo is doing a much better job off of the catch. Here he is, attacks off of the closeout, uses his size, finishes inside. And I think his size and finishing has gotten better progressively throughout this season. If you remember preseason, he was kind of fumbling the ball as he tried to finish. Offhand shots, was like bouncing it off the backboard. His feel and touch has been much, much better tonight and throughout the season. Does a great job as a guy in the dunker spot, catches it, finishes through. So this is the more intriguing stuff. So OK's defense is imagining a DHO. He just keeps it, attacks Hartenstein, and finishes with the dunk. That's really, really great work. And this is part of his evolution, right? He's been shooting the ball more, knocked down a 3 tonight. He's 2 of 6 in his last 4 games from the 3-point line. And I have to mention that Jonathan Mogbo took 2 total threes in his 4 years of college. 2. He's taken 6 in his last 4 games. And so that's a point of emphasis. I was at practice on Monday, and he's clearly working on that shot. I believe while we were waiting for Scottie and guys to kind of come and talk to us, he was going through a full routine with the Raptors coaching staff on standstill, spot up 3-point shots. His form is looking better. The connectivity of his shot is looking better. I'm not a shot doctor, but it's impressive that he's really trying to build that aspect of his game, because I think like every other area, he is very impactful. The defense is impactful. The short roll finishing is impactful. The feel for the game is impactful. The playmaking is. If he's able to develop an offensive game as a standstill spot-up shooter, man, that is really intriguing. And this is great stuff here. Rebound, pushes it all the way, and nice little finish, floater inside. And so Jonathan Mogbo was impressive tonight. He was impressive in their 9:05 game also. Earlier in the morning, I was at the 9:05 game. He was great. From the highlights and things that I saw, from the moments that I saw, he was doing a lot of what you saw in this game, impacting defensively, great second chance opportunities, rebounding the ball, finishing inside, the feel. And so in a class, a rookie class that has been somewhat underwhelming, there's some intriguing prospects, no question about that. A rookie class that's been underwhelming. The Raptors have a couple of guys that are really intriguing. As they learn to grow and figure out who they are in this league, that's going to be a part of the process that Masai Ujiri mentioned when he was on the broadcast tonight, finding out who those guys will be as they move into the next era of Raptors basketball. Not too much on this one, to be honest with you. Not too much to discuss other than what you saw. It was a tough game, folks. It really was. And so if you missed it, you were lucky. Raptors have the Dallas Mavericks coming up next. That's on Saturday. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. Another really good test for them, right? This is a team that made it to the NBA Finals. I think their defense is interesting in the way that they can do some of the things that OKC does. The switchability, the ability to, they have a lot of size and length on their perimeter. That said, I think there is a way for the Raptors to exploit it more often because of Luka, because of Kyrie's lack of size. There is a way that they can try to attack that. Now, hopefully Jakob Poeltl is back. That's going to be a big equation against Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. We'll see about that. And then I believe they play the they played the New York Knicks on Monday. Also should be a really fun game. OG back, all that type of stuff. That's going to be a lot of fun. But folks, as always, subscribe to the Raptors Republic YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. We are so close. I don't even know what we're at right now. I don't know. We're close though. We're very, very close to 12,000 subscribers. And it would be such a great holiday present for Samson, myself, and everybody else here at Raptors Republic if you got to the 12K. That would be dope. It would be dope. Folks, I hope you guys have a great day. Whether you're seeing this in the morning or at night, hope you guys enjoy. And go Toronto Tempo.